Hello, Bloomington. I'm Mayor Tim Busse, and this is your Council Minute for the week of July 19th. No council meeting this week, but I wanted to take a quick minute to catch up on a couple of items. Haven't June and the first half of July here in Bloomington been great? With the farmers market open, and Summerfest, the firemen's tournament, youth sports, and people getting back together, things are starting to feel normal again. There is just such a positive vibe going on right now. And it all goes back to the fact that here in Bloomington, we've seen the lowest levels of COVID-19 cases since April 2020. The containment of the pandemic was largely brought on by the impact of vaccines in our community. Thank you, science. In Minnesota, more than 3.1 million vaccines have been administered, and nationally, that number is more than 338 million, all administered in the last 8 months. In Bloomington, we see around 94% of our community who are 65 years of age and older fully vaccinated, and 75% of the community 12 years of age and older is fully vaccinated. This is really remarkable. Thanks to the healthcare workers who made it happen, and thanks to you, the community, for rolling up your sleeves and getting it done. But, and you knew there was going to be a but, didn't you? We're starting to see the first signs of a fourth wave of COVID-19 infections here in Minnesota. The vast majority of the cases are the Alpha and Delta variants, which spread faster than the original COVID-19 variant we spent the better part of 2020 and early 2021 learning how to avoid. This would be the first increase that is completely preventable because we have vaccines. And logically, the people who will primarily get sick are our unvaccinated neighbors. That means the 25% of our community who are eligible for a vaccine but who haven't yet been vaccinated, and all of our kids 11 and under who are not vaccinated against COVID-19. We have fantastic tools to prevent a fourth wave. First, obviously, is the vaccine. If you are not yet vaccinated, please get vaccinated. If you know someone who would like to be vaccinated but isn't sure how to do it, give them a hand. Go to the website listed on the screen or text your zip code to the number shown. If you know someone who is hesitant to get a vaccine or who has questions, share our Mythbuster info about COVID-19 vaccines website, or encourage them to call a trusted healthcare provider or call our public health department. They're happy to answer your questions and your concerns. With the millions of vaccines provided and with a robust vaccine safety system in place, we can be extremely confident that these vaccines are safe and they're effective. I have watched our community do amazing things when we work together, be it responding to the census, turning out to vote, or supporting neighbors in a time of need. I know we can close the gap in vaccine coverage. I want us all to have the same joy we had in June and early July, doing the things we love and seeing the people that we love. Let's finish this summer strong and work toward having a fall we can all enjoy. Please get vaccinated, Bloomington. I don't need to tell you, it's hot and it's dry in Minnesota. According to the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources Drought Monitor, more than half of the state is under severe or extreme drought conditions. That's up from about 40% earlier this month. While Bloomington's water supply remains strong, the ongoing and worsening drought conditions statewide make it necessary to take actions to conserve water. On Monday night, the City Council will consider a resolution restricting lawn irrigation between the hours of noon and 6 p.m. and to impose an odd-even system for watering. If approved, there would be exceptions for bushes and flowers and trees as needed, as well as vegetable gardens and new sod, as long as it's not during the prohibited hours of noon to 6 p.m. Again, if approved, staff will work with communications to get this information out to residents immediately, and we will encourage voluntary compliance in advance of Monday. Additionally, the city's website contains numerous resources with ways to always use water wisely. Things like reducing shower times, running only fully loaded dishwasher and washing machines, and not letting the water run during hand washing and teeth brushing. And speaking of hot and dry, the city has been planning for extreme heat conditions with a working group from several city departments. There has not yet been a heat advisory or extreme heat warning issued for Minnesota for the next week or so, but that doesn't mean it isn't going to be hot. The current forecast for the rest of the week and this weekend is for temperatures in the 90s with a heat index, which is the air temperature plus the humidity or dew points, close to above 100. The stretch of warm temperatures and humidity is very similar to the heat event earlier this year in June. There is also an air quality alert issued due to the smoke from wildfires in Canada. For both extreme heat and poor air quality, the recommendations from our fire chief, Yulie Seal, are pretty much the same. Limit physical activity outside, pay close attention to your body, keep an eye on others, and know when to seek help. Now, if you need to cool off, go spend a couple of hours at the library or the Mall of America or somewhere where it's air conditioned. And be sure to check on your neighbors who are vulnerable. And remember, staying hydrated means water. If you need more info on staying safe in the heat, visit the website listed on the screen. That will do it for this week's Council Minute. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe, Bloomington.